This is the World Industrial News for Wednesday, March 11th. Brought to you by Industrial Info Resources of Sugar Land, Texas. After much legal wrangling between the federal government and California's regulators, the U.S. Department of Justice has issued its opinion that President Donald Trump can order the restart an oil pipeline and production platforms off the coast of Santa Barbara, California. The facilities were closed in 2015 following an oil spill of more than 100,000 gallons. The Justice Department said that under the 1950s-era Defense Production Act, Trump can bypass California regulators and order the restart of the units to facilitate defense and emergency preparedness. U.S. natural gas markets are largely shielded from the conflict in the Middle East, with domestic prices up only 5.8% since fighting began last week. It's a different story entirely in Europe, where the benchmark gas price is up 53%. Port authorities in Vancouver said a record amount of cargo flowed through its terminals last year, backed in part by crude oil from the expanded Trans Mountain Pipeline to British Columbia. The port reported about 187.8 million tons of cargo departed last year, an 8% increase from the previous record set in 2024, with exports of crude oil, grain, and potash leading the way. AECON Group boasted a record-high year-end backlog for 2025, and executives are optimistic the company's growth will continue in 2026 following a series of acquisitions. Most of these were in the U.S., where the Canada-based engineering, procurement, and construction firm increasingly is turning its attention. Industrial Info is tracking more than $31 billion worth of active projects featuring AECON services. Added 19.1 gigawatts of new wind energy in 2025, with spending topping €45 billion. The euro falls. The RPR in billion union accounted for 15.1 gigawatts of the total, which was 16% higher than in 2024 when 13 gigawatts was installed. Argentina Minister of Economy Luis Caputo recently praised Argentina's incentive regime for large investments, or RIGI, for the economic benefits that it is generating for the country. The program has attracted the equivalent of up to $69.2 billion in proposed investments across the energy, mining, and infrastructure sector. Caputo also offered insights into the government's efforts to control inflation and increase economic activity. For details on these and other breaking news, read the full stories at industrialinfo.com. I'm Christine Ramos, reporting for Industrial Info News.